Hey guys, it's Leesh, and welcome to another episode of Car Confessions. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to fix this. Oh, there we are. There we are. My phone was kind of like not sitting in the right position. It was kind of off there. But anyway, guys, how are you? What's going on? It's Wednesday, January, and this is my first day back to work after we had a long weekend. It was funny because it was so needed. But I needed to be off work all this time. One, it's just cold. I mean, it's cold here in New York. I'm not trying to be out in these streets like this, but yeah. So back to work and just moving forward with what is taking place in this country and everything else. Excuse me, I'm burping, guys. I just had an insomnia cookie. I don't know if you've ever had those. Fire, so good. But anyway, just trying to get my mouth together here because, like I said, I was eating those cookies and yeah. Anyway, guys, yeah. So getting back into the swing of things and just trying to make sense of everything, if that makes sense, right? In the past few days, so many things have happened, right? I mean, it's like, what do you even focus on? Because it's literally, that's just how wild it is. Trump was sworn into office. He's now officially the president of the United States. Elon Musk is out here throwing signs that are quite suspect. What else is happening? I mean, just so many things. I'm not even gonna try to go through the laundry list. I'm pretty sure you're like this, and listen. I hear you. I hear you. So I've made it a point moving forward to just accept where we are, right? Be thankful for the fact that I am in my right mind and that I have the ability to, do all the basic things that affords living this life. And yeah, and just continue to walk in gratitude at this point. Because, I mean, given all the wild things that are going on, guys, and it just keeps piling on, right? It's just like one thing after the other. You think you've seen it all, and it's like, absolutely not. Here's this, boom. And you're like, well, okay, and now we're doing this, or now this is happening, or whatever. So I'm living in a state of gratitude right now. I would be a total liar if I said that I'm completely fine, right? It's heartbreaking to know that this country just doesn't want to progress. And not only do we as Americans, and I shouldn't say we, some of us Americans don't want to progress, it's the idea of maintaining this toxic, racist environment that's just so discouraging and frustrating. It's funny, I was on MLK Day. I didn't watch the inauguration. I refused. I was like, why would I do that? Like, I love myself, trying to practice self-care, and that would not have been a part of my regime. So, yeah, and first of all, it was MLK Day, so duh, I'm going to be doing things that are related to MLK and his life and legacy. If you didn't get a chance to listen to Monday's podcast episode, it's basically all about Martin Luther King, the life and legacy. I focused on um, a part of the speech. I'm blanking right now because I'm just tired, guys. But I focused on part of a speech where he talks about, the whole idea of freedom and how it requires all of us basically to be on board to maintain a sense of freedom and really create freedom for all, not just for some. So yeah, if you get a chance, definitely tune into that episode, this past episode. So yeah, take a listen. As I was, like I said, celebrating MLK Day, I came across a video of Dr. King where he said something, and I'm totally paraphrasing, but he basically was saying, guys, I am tired of fighting for something that should have been mine at birth. And that hit me in a way that I was just like, whoa, yeah, yeah. Why am I fighting? Why am I fighting for something that should have already been mine at birth? Why am I fighting for equity and equality and, having, people see me as a human being because I am? Like, why is that my fight? It's wild. It's wild. And the thing is, like, when we look at, when Dr. King was around and now, and we have advancements, right? This lady, I'm telling you, people in this city and the driving is beyond me. Like, whatever. Anyway, um, but yeah, it was just like I am still fighting a similar fight, and it's nothing in comparison to what my ancestors have gone through and elders. But it doesn't really. It's not really that far off in so many ways. It's very nuanced, which to me, in some ways, is a really big slap in the face because it's like, yeah, we'll pretend like you guys have some rights and some freedoms here, but at the end of the day, no, we would prefer that you just completely disappear, right? And it's exhausting, guys. It's exhausting to know that just because of the color of my skin, just because I am married to a woman, I am a woman, that I am hated in this country. It's crazy to think that all these things that make up who I am are demonized in the country that I grew up in, the country that I'm supposed to love. And, a few episodes ago, I was really talking about how proud I was to be an American. And, there are ebbs and flows with that. And, like, right now, I'm just happy to be Alicia, happy to be Leesh, and claiming, I said this, I did a TikTok video the other day, and it's like, I am not going to stress myself out about all this stuff. I am claiming sovereignty over my life and, enjoying the people that are in my life that support me and love me and are genuine. And that's what I'm, going to be focusing on. I can't focus on anything else. Obviously, stay aware of what's going on and, speak my mind, but I'm not going to live in it. I can't live in this stuff anymore because at the end of the day, like I said before, the support of who I am as a person in this country, it's not really there. It's just not really there. And so, in order for me to maintain my joy and be of good courage, I have to surround myself with things that promote that. Full stop. And I don't know, who needs to hear this. I love when people say that. I don't know who needs to hear this, but, but seriously, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I know a lot of people are struggling right now knowing that Trump is back in office, knowing that they are doing all these things, like even with the mass deportation, it's unbelievable. But at the same time, not, because he basically said this for so much for the duration of his campaigning, whatever that was. So, from what I know, what I've seen, what I've heard, is that it's already in effect, the whole mass deportation. When I think of this, I think of the people that are being deported and trying to imagine what that would be like. Like, I'm just on my way to work, or some of these kids are being confronted and, uh, basically kidnapped. Let's be serious. On my way to wherever I'm going, just thinking everything's okay, and out of nowhere, boom, here they are to detain me and then send me where, right? And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and maybe I don't know all the ins and outs of the plan as it relates to the mass deportation situation, but I'm like, where are these people going, right? Are they going back to like ICE detention centers all over again? Like, is that what it's all chalked up to again? We're doing the whole ICE detention centers? I don't know, right? Like, what is the plan? And then on top of that, when you think of these people, because they are people, they're humans, they have sought refuge in this place. God bless them, because I'm like, of all the places, but I digress. But seeking refuge from danger and whatever else that has caused you to leave your home country to be safe, to be in a better situation. And then you get here thinking that everything's going to be okay. As long as you just kind of like toe the line and you're paying your taxes. I mean, majority of these people pay taxes. I don't know if you realize that, but a lot of people pay way more taxes than we do, and they're doing their best to be, a good, citizen for what it's worth. Now, are there some bad apples? Of course. I mean, that's with anybody. Like, guys, let's be serious. So, there's that, right? I don't know. I think for me, it's just so hard for me to wrap my mind around the fact that these people, once again, people are being treated like this. They're people, guys. Not some machine, not some whatever that you can easily dismiss or whatever. This is a person. This is a person who has a life, who has feelings, who hurts, who cries, who breathes. I'm like, just like you and I. And the only difference between them and us, at least Americans, is they aren't technically legal. Whatever the hell that means, right? It's just wild. And I pray, I'm praying for these people. I pray that somehow we come to our senses and realize that this is not it. Um, yeah, I'm just at a loss. Hold on, guys. I had to stop and get my car checked out. He was checked out. But yeah, all that to say, guys, I just sending prayers. As you can see, I'm not lying. Like, you hear it down there. Sending prayers to these people. If I can find a way to, like, if we could figure out something to help these people, let's do it. I don't know what that would be, but in some ways you feel helpless, right? Like, there's just nothing that can be done. But I don't know. My heart breaks for these people. And beating the tire with something. Yikes. But yeah, I hope we can see the humanity in each other and realize that we're all at some point in need assistance. And it might not be as extreme as needing to leave and seek refuge and be a refugee to that degree. But think about a time when you were very vulnerable, when you needed assistance and you were trusting in people. And then somehow you were betrayed. I don't know if it's ever happened to you, but it's happened to me. Sometimes you lose all sense of hope in humanity because you're like, people are evil. That's instantly what people can think. I know I thought that at some point. And maybe there is nothing that we can do right now. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, guys. I'm just literally just in a space of like shock more than anything that we are so quick. Not even we, but people like Trump are so quick to just do things like this and not think about the humanity, think about the person. I don't understand that type of mentality, and I don't want to. And I don't need anyone to try to explain it to me either, because there's nothing rational about that. All my love to these people and to the kids, it's too much for me to think about. Because when I think about the kids that did come over here to seek asylum, I worked the clinics here in New York City as a nurse practitioner, and to see these little faces, a lot of them were traumatized from whatever they had gone through to get here. And imagine coming here, not knowing where you are, you don't speak the language, like, just trying to figure it all out. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. But all we can do is keep hope alive, whatever that means, and know that hopefully something good will come of this. I don't know what that would be, but that's the hope. All right, guys. Whew, I wasn't planning on all that, but hold on, guys. Okay. Yeah, guys, just found out that I need some new tires. Yeah, you guys just heard that whole conversation. But anyway, that's the way it goes, guys. It's always something. But anyway, yeah, guys, just stay prayerful and hope for the best at this point. You know what I'm saying? That's all we can do. I love you guys. And as I always say, let's just keep on keeping on. All right, guys. I love you. Have a good one.